are now watching Chad 76 Media.
So, as you can tell, I am no longer in Spain. I'm back in Yorkshire at my home. But I just wanted to give you an update on KTM's new 990 Duke. So we rode this quite a while ago back in Spain, started off in Almeria, rode up into the mountains and back. And I was a little bit disappointed that KTM had got rid of the old 890 because I rode that in Johannesburg a couple of months before on racetrack on a Bridgestone launch and loved the KTM 890. I think it's a brilliant bike. So when they said, oh, we'll get rid of the 890 and drop it in the 990, I was a little bit disappointed, but really being blown away by the 990. So I thought it was worth a little kind of YouTube update. It's been one of those bikes, the 990, that had really surprised me, kind of went under the radar at the start of 2024. Yeah, we started off the ride on the road and immediately just felt at home, just felt of one with the bike. It also reminds me of the original 990 Duke, and it was just so much fun and just kind of back to basics. And this is what the 990 feels like. It's kind of like similar, but with advanced rider aids on top, which the old bike never had. So it's 123 PS, 90 kilowatts off the top of my head, which is, what's that, 121, 122 horsepower, which just feels like the right amount of power on the road. You've got the lean sensitive rider aids, the traction control, the big TFT dash, you've got all the rider aids that the old kind of 990 never had, which just makes it a bit more safe, if you want to use that terminology. But the best trick and the best bit about the 990 is that it just wants to be enjoyed, just to have fun. It's like sometimes when you ride like a naked 200 horsepower bike, they're fun in a kind of scary and an alarming, wow, these are really fast way, like the big Super Duke or the Street Fighter V4, bikes like that. But the 990 just doesn't feel like it's ever getting away from you. It just feels like you're connecting with the bike, you're part of the bike. It's got real usable torque. You're not chasing the RPM, you're not bouncing it off the rev limiter. It's not like an underpowered bike below 100 horsepower, but it's not screaming and scary like a 200 horsepower bike. It just feels like it's got that perfect balance. And I always think that it's a good evaluation of what the bike's like when you stop at the first photo location on these launches, because the first photo location, all the journalists were like little children dancing around, really excitable and just enjoying it. And obviously when you turn the traction control off and you're on a closed road, it does have a tendency to wheelie. Wow, that's got some power. Goes a bit far. Which the old 990 did really well. In fact, most KTMs do really well. It's like they almost design a wheelie factor. The throttle is just lovely, so you can just wheelie for as long as the road is straight. It's probably one of the easiest wheelie bikes on the market. I say that with a bit tentative and a bit cautious because, yeah, there are some great wheelie bikes out there, but this is one of the best and really, really thoroughly enjoyable to ride. In terms of competition, it's priced a little bit above the competition. And if you want all the rider aids, if you want the full pack, you kind of get this test mode, which some people like, some people don't like. So this gives you the opportunity to try all the advanced rider aids, try the quick shifter. If you want them after the first service, you pay that extra. If you don't want them, you get rid of them. It'd be interesting to see your feedback, see what you think, because it's a real 50-50 split. Some people love it, some people hate it. In terms of competition, you've got bikes like Yamaha's MT-09 SP, which is again a really, really good bike. You could throw in Ducati's Monster in there, I guess. There's a kind of a lot of bikes in this group that are really interesting, but as I say, I just thought it was worth a little video on the KTM 990 because it really, really stood out for me as just being an exceptional road bike. Impossible to ride this bike and not smile. What a bike! It's like not got too much power, it's not got too much torque, the rider aids aren't getting in the way, quick shifter works well, handling is really good as you'd expect from KTM. Adjustable suspension, but I didn't feel like the need to change it. The only time I'd want to change it was probably if we went on track. But it comes with the Bridgestone, I think they're S22 tyres of standard. They're pretty good. They're being replaced by the 23s, but the 22s are good rubber. So on track, yeah, I probably want to fit track day tyres and maybe tweak the suspension a little bit. But as a road bike, massive tick. It was one of those bikes that I just didn't want to give back to KTM. It's one of those bikes I just wanted to continue riding for the next day. It was just so much fun, so enjoyable to just have a laugh, get back to basics, ride a bike in jacket and jeans, not go too crazy, not go too balmy. It's one of those bikes that you can pull out on a Sunday, tell your friends you're going for a 2-hour ride, and you end up going for a ride all day because it's just so enjoyable and so rewarding to ride. So there's my little update on the KTM. Hope you enjoyed this. As I say, I've just done this because I had a couple of requests for people asking what was one of my highlights of 2024. If they like the video, don't forget to subscribe, and if I get the opportunity, I'll do this with a few more bikes if you want. Let me know what you want. Do you want new bike reviews, old bike reviews? As I say, I've probably ridden 20 or 25 new bikes already this year, so just let me know what you want and I'll try and tick that box.